Slitwoke Bounces, DJ Neptune. You were now tuned in to On the Spot Live. Let's get it. I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York, Big 845, Big Great 45 area. I knew music was a passion for me probably around, well, I've always been around the music, like my dad did music, stuff like that. So it's like I've always been around it, but I knew it was definitely something for me in around like 2019, 2020 area. Neptune, I had a dream, and it's a crazy story. I had a dream and I was stuck in this room and I was like trying to get out the room. Once I got out the room, there was like two doors, you feel me? And I had to pick a door, and I picked the one door to the right of me. And when I stepped out the room in the dream, like I just kept on falling. So I'm looking up and I'm like, I see like a blue globe, like orb ball type of thing. And it said like Neptune on it. You feel me? So I'm like, yeah, I woke up and I was like, yeah, I'm about to be DJ Neptune. So that's how I figured out the Neptune. All right, we not gonna bash the company, but I had to go places, pick things up, put them down, deliver them, and that's like the job description of what I did. And we had this one job where we had to go pick up this freezer, and we got to the freezer and we go to try to pick it up and it's mad heavy, and we're like, yo, hold on 1 second. We get it up in the air, mad blood starts pouring out the freezer, and we're like, hold on, set this thing down real quick. We set the freezer down and there was mad like exotic fish, like squids, puffer fish, shark heads, snakes, eels, mad different exotic fish in a cooler, defrosted. And once all that water, the blood and stuff splashed on me, I realized like this is definitely the worst job I've ever had in my life. Um, Damn, that's a good question. One concert I was a part of that I'll never forget. I'd say all the shows at the Chance, but the main ones I'll go with the Baby Show, who else? Pop Smoke and PNB Rock, RIP. Those shows were pretty lit. Also the SOB show with Cardi B and Partisan Fontaine. I can't ever forget those events because it's like I feel like that's when all those artists were like at their, you know what I mean, rising stage where it's like they weren't on yet, but it's like I got to see the beginning process before they were on. I'd say there's a couple of EDM artists that I listen to, Chami, Carnage, Oliver Heldens. I actually started DJing, like practicing when I started to practice DJing. When I first started, I only DJed with EDM music. So I would have the BPM levels at like 128, and like a lot of that EDM music is at 128 BPM. So I don't know, that's the type of music I feel like people wouldn't expect me to listen to, but I definitely love festival music, love Izu, all the raves. That's definitely a vibe for me for sure. Dream collab would have to be Kanye West. Pockets right now. Let's see. I got a vape. I got some weed, grabba, papers, and some London grabba. Yeah, that's just in my pockets. Nothing in the back pockets. The fucking entertainer. Probably some of my unreleased, definitely some unreleased music of mine for sure. The biggest red flag in the females, in a female for me, has to be that too overly friendly, that overly friendly shit. Like I don't jack that. Oh, that's my brother. That nah. I'm good. You feel me? Like I'll keep it pushing. Probably lobster rolls. But I need like some white rice on the side and I'll be straight for the rest of my life. White rice and lobster, definitely straight for the rest of my life. I could live with that. Money. Can't leave the crib without money. Got to. Everything costs bread nowadays. You can't, like, even when you start your engine in your car, spending money. You feel me? So you can't leave the crib without bread. I would bring me, myself, and my brother Lucid too, because he's like a big part of the creative process when it comes to me making my music and stuff like that. Um, One quote that always sticks with me has to be, friends are like four quarters they'll change for $1. And that shit really stuck with me. It's like, wait, what? The friends, four quarters will change for $1, and that shit is stuck with me ever since. Cause I've seen that shit happen firsthand. Believe me, it's true and it's real. So keep the family close. Okay. Yes. 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 Low key, I like my syrup cold. Nah. I'm not gonna lie. I like to heat my syrup up in the microwave for like a calm. Yeah, nah, we can't put the syrup in the. Yeah, nah.